Om Sai Ram, welcome to Living Spiritually. Different sadhanas are prescribed in our scriptures for different ages. Tapa, that is penance, is recommended for the Krita age, Gnana, knowledge for the Treta age, Yajna, sacrifice for the Dwapara age, and Dana, that is charity for the Kali, that is the current age. Of all the forms of charity, giving food is the best. We are very perturbed when we have no food and are hungry. Other beings feel similarly under similar circumstances. Thus, he who gives food to the poor and hungry is in fact the best donor. The Taittiriya Upanishad says that food is Brahma. From food, all creatures are born. By food, they live, and having departed into food, they again enter. When an uninvited guest comes to our door at noon, it is our bounden duty to welcome him by giving him food. Other kinds of charity, giving away wealth, prosperity, property, and clothes, require some discrimination. But in the matter of food, no such consideration is necessary. Let anybody come to our door at noon, he should be served forthwith, and if lame, crippled, blind, and diseased paupers come, they should be fed before the able bodied. Other kinds of charity are imperfect without the giving of food. Just as stars are without the moon, a necklace is without its central pendant, or singing is without a sweet voice. The giving of food is thus the best form of charity. It has been stated before that Baba required very little food for himself, and what little he needed was obtained by begging from a few houses. But when he decided to distribute food to everyone, he made all the preparations from beginning to end, all by himself. He did not depend on anybody and did not trouble anyone in this matter. First, he went to the bazaar and bought all the things he needed: corn, flour, spices, etc. He also did the grinding himself in the open courtyard of the masjid. He arranged a big hearth and, after lighting a fire in it, placed a handi and his cooking pot over it with a proper measure of water. There were two kinds of handi, one small and the other big. The former provided food for 50 people, while the latter could serve 100. Sometimes he cooked meete chawal, that is the sweet rice, and at other times pulao with meat. At times in the boiling wherein, that is the soup, he added small balls of thick or flat breads of wheat flour. He pounded the spice on a stone slab and put the thin pulverized spices into the cooking pot. He took all the pains possible to make the dishes very palatable. He prepared ambli by boiling jawari flour in water, mixing it with buttermilk. He served this ambli with the food of everyone. To see whether the food was properly cooked or not, Baba rolled up the sleeves of his kafni and put his bare arm in the boiling cauldron without the least fear and stirred the whole pot of food. There was no burn marks on his arm or fear on his face. When the cooking was complete, Baba got the pots in the masjid, duly consecrated by the priest. First, he sent some of the food as prasad to Malsapati and Tatya Patil, and then he served the remaining contents with his own hands to all the poor and helpless people to their heart's content. Blessed and fortunate indeed were those people who got food prepared by Baba and served by him. Somebody may raise a doubt here and ask, did Baba distribute vegetarian and non vegetarian food as prasad to all his devotees? The answer is plain and simple. Those who were accustomed to non vegetarian food were given food from the handi as prasad, and those who were not accustomed were not allowed to touch it. He never created in them any wish or desire to indulge in the food. There is a simple principle that when a guru himself gives anything as prasad, the disciple who doubts whether it is acceptable goes to perdition. In order to see how any disciple had imbibed this principle, Baba at times proposed tests. For instance, on an Ekadashi day, he gave Dada Kelkar a few rupees and asked him to go in person to Korala to buy mutton. Dada Kelkar was an Orthodox Brahmin and maintained all Orthodox conventions in his life. He knew that offering wealth, grain, and clothes to Sadguru was not enough. He knew the implicit obedience to and prompt compliance with Baba's orders was the real dakshina that pleased him the most. So Dada Kelkar dressed himself and started for the place. Then Baba called him back and said, "Don't go yourself, send somebody instead." Then Dada decided to send his servant Pandu for the purpose. Seeing him about to leave, Baba asked Dada to call him back and cancel the program altogether. On other occasion, Baba asked Dada to see how salty the pulao mutton dish was. The latter said rather formally that it was all right. Then Baba said to him, "Neither have you seen it with your eyes nor tasted it with your tongue. Then how could you say that it was good? Just take off the lid and see." Saying this, Baba caught hold of his arm and thrust it into the pot and added, "Draw out your arm and put some quantity in the dish without caring for your orthodoxy and without blustering." When a wave of real love rises in a mother's mind, she pinches her child, and when it begins to cry, she holds the child close to her bosom. Similarly, Baba, in a truly motherly way, pinched Dada Kelkar. In reality, no saint or guru will ever force this orthodox disciple to eat forbidden food and defile himself hereby. The Handi business went on till 1910 and was stopped thereafter. As stated before, Das Kanu spread the fame of Baba by his Kirtana in the Bombay Presidency, and people from the part of the country began to flock to Shirdi. Shirdi soon became a place of pilgrimage. The devotees brought with them various dishes for Baba as Naivedya. The quantity of Naivedya offered by them was so much that the fakirs and paupers could feed themselves to their heart's content, even leaving some extra food behind. Om Sai Ram, Om Satchidananda Sadguru, Sainath Maharaj Ji Ki Jai.